Yes, the mechanism was smart, but I don't know if they hit the mark here. I don't think they hit the mark. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's itselizamarcoux here, also known as Alicia, and today we have a very fun video. If you saw from the title, we are going to be talking about breast pumps. I wanted to chat about different breast pumps, and we're going to do a pros and cons list of the two breast pumps that I have used. Now, just to give you a background, I have two little boys, and I have nursed and breastfed exclusively with both kids. I'm coming up on my son's first birthday. Actually, he just turned 1. We just had his birthday. It was a blast. And I wanted to kind of compare the two experiences that I've had with the two kids. My first son is 5 years old. We exclusively breastfed for 18 months. And my little one Miles, now he is 1 year old, and we're still 1 year old, and we are still nursing. So I wanted to talk about breast pumps because it is important to, if you are breastfeeding, to have a pump. I do think it is important so that you get a chance to express some milk and have some time away. I know when you're first starting your journey, you know, you exclusively, my dog's barking, so we're gonna wait. When you're first starting out, you're exclusively nursing. You know, you're not really going to the pump. You wait a few weeks before you even use a pump. So hopefully this helps out some mothers who are anticipating on breastfeeding, or are currently breastfeeding and haven't purchased a pump, or have purchased a pump and kind of want to go into a different pump style or look at the other options. There are so many options out there. It can be a little overwhelming, it could be stressful, and it is a subjective experience, right? So it all depends on your lifestyle, what you're looking for, what you need, and how often you will be pumping, right? Me personally, this experience compared to my last child, I worked from home, so I didn't have the necessity to pump as often as I did with my first son, where I actually had to go in the office and had to go into like a mother's room and pump, and was away from the baby quite often, right? And for an extended amount of time. So you are supposed to pump, you know, every few hours. I can give a full rundown of that, but this is just a pump pros and cons video, so I will call it a pumping war because that's what it is. You know, I experienced both of these pumps, and the first pump I purchased, I used that pump solely. So this time around I got another pump, and I wanted to do a comparison of the two and kind of talk about it. Hopefully it helps. There's a lot of like pumping videos and reviews of pumping devices, so hopefully this helps some mothers out there who are thinking about buying a pump, and hopefully it saves some time, maybe money or disappointment. So let's get right into it. I will talk about the first pump that I started with my first son, and that is the Spectra S2. I believe this is the Plus. Hold on. Yep, the Spectra S2 Plus. So this was my first pump. This was my first pump. You should be, if you are expecting mom, you should be able to obtain a pump for free through your health insurance. So if you didn't know that, I will link some links below because I think that's very important. You want to utilize all the resources you have to get a pump. I'm going to leave some codes as well for discounts on these. I did get a code for the other pump I'm going to mention, so I'll try to list as much as I can to help. I think it's important to utilize the resources where you can get a free pump through your health insurance. It's encouraged, and it's something you should do. I got this pump for free with my first baby. It's all logged out. This is the Spectra S2. This is a Plus. This is considered a hospital grade pump. So when you're in the hospital, a lot of times this is the pump that you'll see, and I heard a lot of like great reviews about it. Let's just get into this one here. So but this pump is hardwired. This one doesn't have an option for a battery. I believe the S1 has the option for you to place a battery inside and have it be a little more mobile, but this just has an adapter. You do have to plug it into a wall. It comes with 2 ports, so you can hook up your cords in there. 2 bottles, and your breasts go in here, and I don't have another bottle for some reason, and your breasts go in here and you pump. So I was nursing and pumping on one side, so I only have the 1 bottle in front of me right now. But anyway, let's get into the pros and cons of this one. Okay, so the first con is it is, you know, plug in. You do have to plug it into a wall. So if you're pumping, you have to sit the entire time that you're pumping, and that can be difficult where you're just remaining in a seat and have to pump the entire time. There are settings on here. You can set the times and watch and monitor the time, but you will be sitting, sorry about that, you will be sitting for an extended amount of time because it is a hardwire to plug in. This is a hospital grade, so I feel like this one has really good strong suction, right? You have a lot of options on these buttons here to express and put it in expression mode, and you can select the amount or strength. There's also a light on here, so if you're pumping in the dark, I had to do that a lot. You do have options. Even though this is like hardwire, you can buy an attachment and put it in your car. When I was commuting, I often would, there's a car jack cord that you can buy, and you can hook it up to the cigarette lighter port in your car and pump in your car. So I had to do that quite often. I will say that, you know, you're expressing the milk into this nice bottle, which was really helpful, you know, with storage. You could like just put the cap on, throw it in the fridge if you're at work or at home. You could put a nipple on this bottle and just give it right to the baby. So I will say that was great. Stressed me out the most was that I had to be plugged in somewhere to use this pump. The S1 is a little bit more pricier, and I feel like the S1 I think might be the one that's portable that you can add battery, and I'm sorry that I don't know. I didn't experience that one, so I've never had that one. There's a Spectra Synergy Gold, which is really cute, and I'm gonna link all of these below so that you can go explore and have fun. But I do know that a lot of health insurance companies cover the Spectra because it is considered a hospital grade, and you can more than likely get this one for free. You may be charged an upcharge for any of the like other ones, so not sure. But like I said, there's a lot of different pump options. I'm only giving you experience from what I've had. So the other con I would say is having to purchase the multiple attachments. I think also that another con for me is that I felt like I had to replace the tubing quite often in this one, and you're supposed to, it depends on how often you pump, right? So if you're someone who exclusively pumps, all the time and doesn't really nurse from the breast, you're probably gonna have to replace these parts a lot. And it's not a big deal because Amazon has all of them. You can buy it in bulk and do all the things. But when you change out any parts, and this was with any pump, you're gonna have to change the tubing. I changed this quite a lot because I will say the suction is so strong, you can tell when you need to change it. This will kind of like warp out. This little plastic rubber piece inside will warp out and you'll need to replace it. The tubing will get kind of dirty and nasty, and I just replace it. Me personally, I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so I would replace it. The pros, it's a hospital grade. It has really great suction. It has a good way to express the milk. It comes right into a bottle. You can put a cap on and just put it right in the fridge. The cons, I would say, is that it's wired in and you have to sit and like go through the motions, you know, like whether it's in the car and you're at the car jack, or whether it's plugged into a wall. And the other thing would just be buying the attachments to do that, to go to plug it into a car jack, and also changing the tube in quite often. You need a pumping bra or something to place these into, right? So you're not able to just put this on your breast and it stay there, right? You need something to kind of wrap around this. So you either need a pumping bra, or you can do the nursing bra hack, well, which I can show you because I have a nursing bra on right now. So let me do that. So you just take it, bring it around, and then you take your little hook and you hook it in place right where you just unlatched. And then you put it on your bosom. And there you go. Okay, so we changed up the position here. Me trying to show you guys. I hope that was helpful. It is a cute little hack. So that's another con though. You do need to have some sort of like bra on or something. One of these like shelf bras that you can like wrap around you and put the little bottle catcher, milk catcher, I don't know what to call this, like this part inside of it. So that was another con. We're gonna nurse while we're doing this. Okay, here. The next experience, so with this second baby, I kept my pump, I kept all my pump and everything. It still works. That pump, that's another pro. That pump is over 5 years old. Okay, it's almost 5 years old. I've had that pump for quite some time. So I said, you know what, I'll have that pump, I'll use that pump, and I'll just order another or different pump style. I wanted something that wasn't hardwired in, that I could like walk around and pump, or do dishes and pump, or like do other things, right? So there actually are quite a bit of options for wireless, portable pumps. You know, there's the Willow, there's I think Medela makes one. So I wanted to try this one called the Elvie Stride. I watched a ton of videos about this one. This is the Elvie Stride. These are the Elvie Stride pumps. I did use my health insurance to purchase this pump. I did have to pay an upgrade fee or upcharge because it was one of the ones that weren't listed as a free pump. I think I had to pay like $32 or something. And I was like, whatever, $32. If I don't like it, I don't like it. It's still only $32 for a pump. I'm making out pretty well. So I got the Elvie Stride. The Elvie Stride comes with the two pumps for each breast, two adapters. I'm sorry guys, sorry. The Elvie Stride comes with two adapters for each breast. It also comes with, not adapters, it comes with two pumps for each breast. It comes with an adapter, which this you charge. And it has like a little clip and everything, a necklace. You can do all kinds of things to keep it near you. Then you just plug these two little tubes in here where you can pump one breast at a time. You can pump one breast at a time or two. So it has that little, nursing y'all, still nursing. He is one and he's not done. And so I got this pump knowing that I work from home, right? I got this pump to have for those moments where I want to pump and I want to do things around the house, or I want to pump and or I have to pump on a night out. So I took this a lot when there was date nights or I was away from the house for an extended amount of time and I needed to pump like in the car. It was really convenient in that sense, right? So I got this for convenience majority alone, right? I anticipated this to be a little bit stronger. So here comes the, okay, let me just do the pros first. I want to be nice, you know, because it is a really cool invention, right? You know, it's portable. I'm sorry. It's portable. It's portable. It's almost inconspicuous, you know, not really, but if you put it into your brassiere, your bra, you can tell, but you can't really tell. Like, you can tell. You know, I got my hair done one time and I was sitting in the chair, I had a cape on, and I was pumping while I was getting my hair done. So that's one thing. I will say also that this adapter does have a long battery life. It charges pretty easily. You put the little cord in here and it charges really well. It charges really easily. The battery lasts a really long time. And I will say that's the gist of the pros, if I have to be honest. Now to the cons. I'm sorry, it just was a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. Okay, it's a no. Let me tell you why. So let's just start with the adapter. So even though it charges really well and the battery lasts really long, there aren't as many options here as the Spectra in regards to, there's an express. This is the express button right here. And you can kind of increase it, right? You can just do regular suction or the express mode, which is a little stronger if you don't know. And you know, you can pause it in between. There's no timer, there's no nothing. It does, the buttons do light up in the dark, so you can see that. But that's the gist of the options for pumping. So I say that I had to use this in expression mode at all times because the suction is so low. I don't know if it's because, and I had this twice actually, which we'll get into another day. Well, we don't have to. My dog chewed up one of the like pump side, the pieces, these pieces. So I had to buy it again. I don't know why I did that, but I did because I did like the convenience of it, but I probably should have picked a different wireless one. But anyway, I thought maybe if I changed the tubes, it would be a little stronger. The answer was no. The output of milk is just not as good. And I don't like any woman to stress about output. Like, you shouldn't stress about output, but it does stress you out, especially when you know that your breasts are full and you put this on and you suction and, you know, wear it for an extended amount of time, and you take it out of your bra and you only have an ounce of milk. So that was happening to me, where I had to pull out my Spectra and just relieve my breasts because they were so full. And that's just sucks. You know, you're out on the town, you're out on a date night, you get in the car and you want to start pumping and you want to get some milk out, you know, so that you can get home to your baby and not have to worry about pumping. You want to store that milk and not have to give it to them or whatever. You know, that was happening to me. It was really, really a struggle with this pump. And I kept giving it a try because I'm like, there's no way, maybe I'm doing something wrong. So I replaced all the parts. I got new parts. Girl, the suction is low. Okay? It's just low. It's just what it is, which low suction leads to low output, right? And I even changed like the nipple flange. So I did all the troubleshooting. Please don't come for me and give me tips. I've been doing this, I know. So I tried it all. The next con I have, after you're done pumping and you have all your milk in here, it fills up on the sides here, and it does have, I hope you can see that. Oh, let me move my hands. I'll do a B-roll, but it does have like little tick marks here to tell you how much you have, and it holds up to 5 ounces. And it holds, so it has little tick marks here to show you how much you have. I hope you can see that. I'm trying, but there's nothing in here so you to see. But, and it holds up to 5 ounces. Child, I think I filled this up maybe once. Maybe it was good for like 2 tries. I'm being honest, I don't think the tubing lasts long. I don't think the materials last long. I probably filled this up once. And I think my boobs are really full, but at the same time, the suction is not that good. So anyway, so when you fill this up, let me show you what you have to do to get the milk out. You have to undo this little thing here, right? All the milk's in there. And you have to pour it out. Let me take a step back because I want to show you how this is assembled. Okay, so this little part here comes out. This is what clicks into the adapter. This comes out. Okay, you're not supposed to get this wet. You're not supposed to steam this or put this in a dishwasher. And this tubing you have to replace. Okay. So this is the little hole where you're supposed to pour all your milk out, right? Because this is how it comes apart. Yes. Yes. The mechanism was smart, but I don't know if they hit the mark here. I don't think they hit the mark. So all this comes apart. You take this out. This is where the air is coming in the suction, and this is the filter through to bring the milk through. So when you are pouring the milk out, right, because all this is, it just clicks in. It's nothing special. There's nothing special about it. You have to pour this out and be very, very careful not to spill your milk. I've spilled so much milk with this pump, stressed out about it, okay? My husband poured the milk out for me one time, and he was like, babe, you're gonna yell at me. I spilled milk everywhere. It's everywhere. And I was just like, hun, I already know. It comes out. It doesn't, it's a faulty mechanism. Okay, it comes out. All right, so yeah, that's another con to me, because you are making this liquid gold. You are sitting here pumping and drinking all this water and sitting in the car and pumping for 15-20 minutes to get home and try to put it in a bottle or a bag or whatever to save it or stash your freezer, and you pour it out and everything comes out from here and here. No, I'm sorry. Okay, another thing, it's hard to clean. Okay, so I'm gonna disassemble it again, right? You have so many pieces to clean. All of this, you have to clean all of this. And granted, all the pumps are hard to clean. It doesn't matter, but the little pieces, you have to get this little ring off to clean it. And I'm like really thorough about the cleaning and steaming and like sterilizing. So like, it was stressful, you know. You just did all that pumping, you didn't get any milk, and then you got to go and clean this and take all of these pieces and clean them. It doesn't seem like a lot, but then you have to reassemble all of this. It makes sense, but it doesn't. I just feel like there was a better way to mechanize, to make this. There's a lot of mechanical changes that can be made to make this more efficient for us women. About the price, let me look at the price, because I think the price is really crazy. I saw it at Target one time and I was like, if I had to pay for this out of pocket, child, I did pay for it out of pocket because I bought 2 of them. Oh my god. Well, I used my health savings account, so really I paid, but it wasn't like the same as like paying for my own money, you know, girl math. So it wasn't like, you know. Okay, so I have the Elvie Stride. So there's 2. There's an Elvie double pump plus is what I have. That is, it's considered hospital grade. It's at Target for $319.99. It ain't worth that, honey. So there's another one called the Mom Cozy. I wanted to try that. There's a ton. There's a Willow Go. There's all of these like portable wireless hands-free pumps. So there's a lot. There's all these portable wireless hand-free pumps. So there's a lot of options out there, ladies. If I had to give, I'll just do a tally of the two, right? Girl, I'm gonna go with, just from the pros and cons alone, the scorecard goes out to the Spectra S2, hands down. I mean, the price, the suction, the pump, everything, it's just a better option. Now, if you go with the S1, you can add battery and it can be wireless too. So I hope this was helpful to some moms out there that are pumping, exclusively pumping. Ooh, you girls that are exclusively pumping, you want this. If you're exclusively pumping and you aren't bringing your baby to your breast at all and you're pumping and feeding from a bottle, you need this. Don't get anything. I wouldn't suggest anything. If you do, if you have the means and the capacity, request a wireless pump so that you can go do dishes or do things like that. Because I can only imagine if you're a hands-free pumper, if you're just a exclusive pumper and you have to like do things around the house or go to the bathroom or whatever. I know your baby at your nipple all the time is not something you can do. So sitting with the Spectrum may not work for you, but you probably are going to have to invest in both. And if I would suggest anything, go with Spectra, get the wireless one. I've heard great things about the Medela wireless hands-free one as well. But I'm wrapping up my breastfeeding journey. I'm sure we're not done for a while. But, you know, once they're 1 year old, you kind of start to wean and they kind of start to wean themselves. I just wanted to kind of go over my experience of the different pumps because I think it was really essential to see someone actually talk about and compare to that they've actually experienced, right? I hope that was helpful. I hope it was helpful to any new mom out there or a mom who's searching or trying to figure out what she wants in regards to a pump. And it all depends on your lifestyle, right? If you are someone who's going to exclusively pump, you're going to have something that has a really good strong suction to make sure you're getting all that milk out. And the only thing I'll say is drink your water, sis. Drink your water, sis. It helps produce more milk. And yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that my experiences bring some help to some of the women out there. So next time, go be the light. Bye.